With the release of Cyrene and 3.7, we have got a bunch of stuff to talk about, but I will go into detail about the Trailblazer changes and the custom light cone they are now getting, as well as if Cyrene is a must pull or not in 3.7. All of those will be covered later down the line. For this video, we will cover the 3.7 planner sets that will be coming out soon, seeing what they do, how good they are, if they even perform better than the previous planner sets, and if they really do, should you really farm them for other units. I'm Dimitri, and are the new 3.7 relics worth the farm? I'm sure Hyacine, Soridra, and the Fate collab are going to take a toll on your wallet and your jades, if not already. Not to mention that Evernight and Tarai are also arriving very soon. Thankfully though, Loot Bar is here to save you. They offer you much cheaper and affordable prices, up to 25%, just by using their link down below, which also is a big help to me as well. I'm sure you've heard of them before. They've worked with Maker on Z and Raiden Shogun, kind of the bigger YouTubers that have worked with Loot Bar, and I'm here to tell you they're doing good because the amount difference is quite big, like this big. You can basically save a bunch of money just by going to Loot Bar. We're gonna buy this big boy pack over here to show you an example, of course. Enter your UID and what server your account is in. Click the top up now after you are done. Wait up to 5 minutes after you see this screen, and boom. Money. The top-up bonus is also active on Loot Bar, and by using my link down below, you will save 10% off of your next purchase with my special coupon, alongside a bunch of other coupons that they offer when you first visit the store. I am a little sick recording this, ignore that. So this is a little different from my previous relic guide because we only have planner sets instead of actual relics, and we only have one single 5-star that's coming in 3.7. So I tried my best to give you some calculations and to show you how much better one relic is from another, but I ran into some kind of comparison issues. You'll see later on. Let's have a look at what both of them do. The first planner set is called Amphoreus the Eternal Land. It gives you 8 crit rate, and it also provides additional speed to all of the allies if the wearer of this relic set has the memo sprite present on the field. This would be a little broken if it was stackable, so you can only use it on one person on the team, so just keep in mind that when you are playing this set, because you will be losing this 8% speed, which could have been another stat you could have used. An example of a user that would really benefit from the set would be the Trailblazer, Cyrene, and even Evernight, since they can benefit from the crit rate, and the team speed buff is also going to fit right into their kit, because Evernight is technically a sub DPS, Cyrene is a buffer, and Trailblazer is also a buffer. As for the other planner for this video, it goes by the name Tengoku at Livestream. The Livestreamer set is probably going to give us a kind of related boss to it, so get ready to see a Go Knife and Silverwolf returning possibly. Anyways, it provides you with 16 crit damage, which is really good, and if you use 3 or more skill points with the wearer in the same turn, the crit damage will go up by an additional 32% for 3 entire turns, which effectively means you get 48 crit damage, which is almost an entire body piece. This looks exactly like what Archer and DHIL will be needing, because their skill point usage is absolutely abysmal. This set perfectly marries the two of them together, which honestly makes very good use of this terrible skill point consumption, which thankfully Queen Sparkle also exists to help. Also, no, we're not going to be going over Ching Chue. I don't like her, but it's also good for her. Okay, we now both know what they do, so how good are they exactly? Well, I'm gonna be using a calc thingy for the damage so we can kind of compare, and as for the other set, I cannot exactly calculate how good a speed percent increase is. It's very vague, and it really depends on exactly what situation you're in. All you should know is that it's really good, and 9 out of 10 times you should be having that set on either Evernight or definitely Cyrene. Anyways, we're purely gonna be testing and seeing the damage on Archer and DHIL, and we'll have a look there. So here is the calculations I made with DHIL. This is my build. I will show you what build we are talking about at the end of this segment. I feel like it is as good as you can get a free-to-play DHIL, and Archer as well. So the 3 things we're going to be looking between are going to be Space Sealing Station, which is a kind of middle ground for us here. We're also going to be looking at the Tengoku set, of course, and we're also going to be looking at Root Rudolent Arena, because both of them benefit from the arena set. His total damage on the ultimate comes out at 72k with Space Sealing Station, 74k with Rudolent Arena, and this, as you can see, is pretty similar, which obviously it is because it doesn't buff the ultimate directly. And for the new set, we have 81.5k ultimate damage, so at least we have a kind of clear winner on if you want to deal more ult damage here. Now, as for the enhanced basic attack, the main damaging ability, we get around 116k with Space Sealing Station, a much bigger increase with Rudolent at 128k, and Tengoku pulls it off again here with a slight increase of 131k. Obviously, it is clearly better in terms of just pure damage stats, but what you also have to take into account is what do you have farmed already. Otherwise, if you want to focus on something else first, I think you should focus on something else. It's not a really big upgrade, it's a good upgrade. Now, looking over at Archer's damage charts, we have 120k with the skill on Space Sealing Station, 130k with Rudolent Arena, and 133k with Tengoku. As for his ultimate damage, which is another big ability that he uses, we start from 154k, we go over 154k with Rudolent Arena, so very small increase, and Tengoku actually manages to cross 170,000 damage, which to me is absurd considering it's just one relic set, can give you so much more from like Space Sealing, for example. You get so much more damage in the long run. And lastly, what I want to point out for Archer is his talent attack. It doesn't have a big difference, but that also gets boosted quite a bit. It goes from 31k and 31k for Rudolent and Space Sealing Station, and we are left off with 34,000 for Tengoku set, which again shows us a purely nice increase for the Tengoku set. So to summarize what we just saw, I would say Tengoku without a doubt beats all of the previous things you would use for Archer, so you should ideally pick those up whenever you can, but set your priorities straight. These are not the biggest upgrades you need on your account. Okay, we kind of explained why and how good or bad they are compared to other relics, and of course if they are even good in the first place. But the real question still remains, should I farm them for anyone else? And here I kinda have mixed feelings, but there are a few exceptions. Tengoku livestream is very restricted to 3 characters, which is Archer, DHIL, and Chingchue, because all of these guys are very skill point hungry and very skill point heavy, so I can 100% assure you that they will be using more than 3 skill points. Another thing that you are very sure of if you use this Planar set is the fact that you will be going crit rate body, because you will be gaining a 50% crit damage bonus just from this Planar set, so you might actually be losing a bunch of value by also going crit damage on your body. And I'm sure you know already, but if there is a lot of crit damage but there's no crit rate to make it happen, then your character is basically useless. As for other people that want to use this, I don't really think there is anyone currently. Maybe there's somebody in the future, but for now you can only have these 3 characters that are able to use this planner currently. As for the Eternal Land set, it's actually fully valid and usable on any Remembrance unit, and obviously the usual characters are going to be the MC, Hyacine, Cyrene, and even Evernight. They will love this crit rate buff, most of them, and the speed increase will actually help your team out a bunch, especially if it comes in clutch to save you an MOC run, for example. And of course, their goal as these units is to help your team as much as possible, so obviously this just makes it even better. Well, to give you a summarized answer, the sets are actually very good and they are worth farming, especially the Tengoku set for Archer and DHIL in Bybiter Lune, and as for the Eternal Land, I think Cyrene and the Trailblazer will find incredible use alongside Evernight. The buffs provided are also very good as just pure stats, and as we have discussed before, they can make a very good difference, especially if you do need these upgrades and have nothing better to do. These shouldn't really be considered a first option if you have something already farmed. I think you should consider them as an upgrade to your previous relics, but of course if you have not farmed at all for Archer or DHIL, these will especially be a must to farm because obviously you have no other relics. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe since we are closing in on 2,000 subs, and I have been Dimitri. Peace.